Great Slave Lake, Northwest Territories. 10th largest lake in the world and deepest in North America. In this dramatic subarctic landscape, shaped by glaciers along an ancient fault line, we'll be dropped off in the remote East Arm for 12 days to paddle over 150 kilometers. Ahead of this trip, we'd heard about its big water, towering cliffs, and windswept beaches. A diverse wilderness where muskox and bear roam, the aurora dances across the night sky, and plenty of big fish swim its depths.
That is a monster fish.
This is the East Arm. Loading up here in Yellowknife on the docks here at Amic Air, and we're just about to head off on our roughly 2-week trip on the East Arm of Great Slave Lake. So we're going to be taking off here in this beaver and we'll be landing in Wildbred Bay. We saw a couple of muskox, a moose. And there's actually a couple of folks here with a plane and just on the beach here where we've landed, but we'll paddle down and set up camp later.
Yeah.
We landed here in Thaidene Nëné National Park, and we're in a place called Wildbred Bay. It's a pretty long, narrow bay that's part of Great Slave Lake. Just a really different type of topography than what we're used to. So we were doing some reading ahead of this trip, and so for the Thaidene Nëné protected area, one of the things it said was to pay the land and water with something valuable, such as tea, tobacco, or spruce boughs, and as a sign of respect. So we're gonna go do that now ahead of this trip, and before we get onto the water. Yeah, we planned to only paddle a few kilometers there, but the conditions deteriorated pretty quickly. Without our spray deck or dry suits on, it just wasn't safe. So we found ourselves windbound there for a bit. But we managed to jump to this spot over here. It seemed suitable for camping. Yeah, that was a pretty humbling experience being out there with the conditions changing so quickly. First day. Total paddling distance, 0.5 kilometers.
500 meters. find a spot for it.
That. Okay.
Your first big lake trout on Great Slave Lake.
Yeah. Good fight. Rain across the lake. We might get hit here soon.
We thought the rain was gonna hit us, but ran and put up a tarp, and it's like over there, but it might come this way.
Now that we put up the tarp, it won't.
Yeah. This looks good.
Yeah. You seem so surprised.
I just didn't know it was gonna
Yeah, this looks
turn out.
somewhat edible.
It's good.
Cheers. Day one.
Day one.
Well, good morning. It's a nice sunny day here out on Wildbred Bay here on Great Slave Lake. It's fairly breezy and there's a few whitecaps out on the lake, so I'm not sure when we'll get out on the lake today. So I'm going to do a little overview of our route. Yeah, right over here is Little Cay, is a small community here. And just to give you some context, this is the Thaidene Nëné National Park Reserve, and they've also got it, the Thaidene Nëné Territorial Protected Area is this lighter green area here. And so for reference, Yellowknife is a few hundred kilometers to the west. And so we actually flew across this section here, and I think we flew right over this line here to get into Wildbred Bay yesterday. So this yellow orange kind of line is what our approximate route for the trip is here. So we didn't know exactly where we were going to land in Wildbred Bay, but we ended up landing right around here yesterday afternoon, and we just basically camped maybe half a kilometer from where we got dropped off. What we're planning to do is work our way west through Wildbred Bay. We'll probably spend a couple of days in Wildbred Bay, and then we're going to go past the gap. So there is a narrow gap that can bring you back into a large section of the bay. But we're going to keep going through. There's a small portage here to get out of Wildbred Bay into the Lost Channel here, and then we're going to work our way, depending on the conditions, through these islands to get across to the north side of McLeod Bay and work our way along. There is a pretty narrow section here. There's actually a lodge here. We're going to pass through here, and then along here through just past Utsingi Point, which is a really tall cliff section here. And then we're going to have a crossing. We'll have to be careful along here, just from Utsingi Point over to Ethan Island. And our goal is to get just west of Keith Island to Seton Island. But this is all completely contingent on the weather conditions. Even this Wildbred Bay, as you'll see, is it's a massive bay within the Great Slave Lake area. So it's like a lake within a lake. You can get some pretty big rollers even in this bay. So we're going to be really careful along here, and we're just not going to be able to paddle in. The waves are too heavy, so we are going to have our spray deck on, but that will only do so much. So it's we're gonna try and make our way along this route. We are able to get picked up in quite a few different spots. There's lots of little bays and beaches that we can pull into and get our pickup point on day 12.
Yep,
Go.
let's go.
First full day here out on the lake. It's always a lot of gear prep and just organizing everything and getting our setup right here on the boat. So feeling good now. And we're just gonna paddle all the way along this south side of Wildbred Bay and see how far we get.
There's like dinosaur bones in there.
Oh, see the nest on there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a bird's nest.
That's cool.
I'm not sure if that's like a falcon or an eagle. I think we found our spot for tonight. We canoed along for a few more kilometers and starting to get tired.
So we just hiked up along the shore and up onto these cliffs near camp. It usually takes a few days to get used to the surroundings on these longer trips. There's just a really raw, wild feeling out here overlooking Wildbred Bay.
So today we have chicken Alfredo pasta with some sun-dried tomatoes and some veggies and a little side of cheese. Still breezy, but feels like it's dying down a bit now. Yeah, probably around 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 9.
The sun's still
9:03.
sun's still going down. We got a really nice view of the sunset here tonight, and
then we just found this little pocket here we snuck into. We just stayed because if we kept going it would have been another like
3-4 kilometers.
3 or 4 kilometers of cliffs. So end of day 2.
Good. Beauty evening here. No bugs. A pretty sweet spot here. A nice sunset. And we'll see what tomorrow brings us. All right, have a good night. Eggs and bacon here for our burritos. And we got, it's like a barbecue black bean, apple, garlic scapes, onion, got the beans, and a bunch of things in there. We dehydrated barbecue sauce. with it when we cooked it, so it smells pretty good. So we're gonna have those with in our breakfast burritos.
Is it Eric?
Good. Good with the barbecued black beans. 17-kilometer winds, east, 25-kilometer wind gusts. Then around 1 o'clock, 17 kilometers with 27 wind gusts. And then 3 p.m., 15-kilometer winds. And east-northeast, 23-kilometer wind gusts. So it seems like it's going to be fairly consistent throughout the day like this.
Yeah. We
Really
don't
when
want
it
to
goes
get to
over
30.
When the wind gusts go over 30, it gets rough. Let's go. Wind's picked up a little bit here, but I think we can still manage it. We're getting into some big waves here, so I think we're gonna pull over and adjust and maybe take a break. These are pretty big. We'll see what it looks like around. We're getting into a more narrow section, so there might be more shelter. We're just stopped here at this kind of beach area. It looks like there is a campsite here that gets used from time to time. We just crossed over just from over that side this morning where we camped, but the conditions they picked up pretty quick. We got across safely, but we decided to just hang out here for a bit. We saw the winds are gonna die down a little bit, but luckily also when we got over to this shore, there's also quite a bit of rocky beaches along the side as opposed to the cliffs that we are seeing over here. If things pick up quickly, then we can just get to shore a lot easier than when there's cliffs and these rock faces. So just kind of hanging out here and just relaxing. I think we're gonna get on our way here in a few minutes. Off we go. Alright, nice. Just coming through the little narrows here. Okay. Yeah, there's the sign. Welcome to Thaidene Nëné, land of the ancestors. At over 26,000 square kilometers, stretching from the eastern arm of Great Slave Lake into the Arctic Barrens, Thaidene Nëné was declared an Indigenous Protected Area by the Lits'l Dene First Nation in 2004. In 2019, agreements were signed between Indigenous and Canadian governments that establish a National Park Reserve, Territorial Protected Area, and Wildlife Conservation Area within Thaidene Nëné. Thaidene Nëné is being protected and governed using both Dene and Canadian laws, knowledge systems, and governance models for protection of cultural and ecological systems for today and future generations. We've included some links in the description for Land of the Ancestors and Parks Canada that we researched ahead of this trip. You should check it out. There we are. Cool. Just out of that whole section of Wildbred Bay.
Doing some fishing and finally some calm water. Yeah.
Nice.
Turn it. Nice.
We're gonna put him out and we're gonna eat him. We've actually spotted a muskox. That was pretty cool. Just like me.
I don't know. I think that muskox is cooler than
Yeah.
you.
Definitely. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We saw the wind started pushing us up in, but it was kind of just walking along the shore, and you don't get to see those in southern Ontario. Maybe it was the reminders of everyday stress and work fading away, or finding shelter from the nearly constant wind of Wildbread Bay. But a calmness started to sink in here.
Just jumped right by the more. This place is pretty magical. We've got the sunset on this side where our tent is. And then on this side, we've got the moon and some northern lights that started. And it's just amazing. It's magical.
You see there's an owl at the top of that tree over there. What do you think, Hillary?
Good.
Hillary's not a morning person.
Good. Yeah, I'm not a morning person, but I'm up. We're trying to get up earlier because it's really calmer. It's calmer in the morning, so try to head out before noon. We've learned our lesson from yesterday. Yeah, there's something special about this place. Like, it's just, I don't know, I feel relaxed now and ready to start the day, and the stress from work is gone. Just, yeah, ready, excited to see what the big Great Slave Lake looks like when we do our portage today.
So we're gonna keep heading past the gap west. There's a small portage here that we're gonna go through today, and we're gonna try and go along Gibraltar Point, and if we can and the winds are okay, we're gonna jump through these islands, potentially stay on one of these islands, or even cross over to Canoe Island. And we picked this route because we can see on the map, and we've heard there's pretty steep cliffs all along this side. You get stuck out there and there's nowhere to really pull over, and if you do capsize, you're gonna be in the water for a long time. So that's the plan.
It's so nice. I wanted to stay there a second night.
We'll find another nice spot tonight.
Yeah. We're in the water.
Just did this rolling portage. They have a little roller system here. You just move the logs and pipe along.
So we took a couple bags and we're gonna attempt to do the roller system because it's all the way through the woods.
Wildbred Bay, just completed the little portage there, and we're heading out along this peninsula. Chugging along here.
Making good time because it's flat.
Yeah.
That?
No, it's a fish. Nice. Let him go.
These are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like the landscape is different.
So we've made it to the point here, and we've decided we're gonna make the crossing here. It's pretty calm out right now, as you can see, and we're gonna cross over to chain of islands here. Point to the island. About 3K.
Beautiful out. It's a perfect day.
Beautiful.
I'm going to see if there's a campsite we can cobble up.
So it's about 6 o'clock. We've pulled over here on this island. We came out of that bay way down there today, and we're looking for a campsite. We're checking this area out. It's maybe not the best spot to camp because of the rock here. There's not really a good spot to put the tent down.
As we're coming around the corner, we saw this point, so we want to just go check it out before making our confirmed final decision.
And I wanted to fish.
And Eric wanted to fish. Okay. This is it?
This is it. We're going to mark this spot, send our preset message.
Tell our family we were alive.
20 to 25K paddling, I think we did today. What have we got here tonight, Chef Hillary?
Kind of gross looking shepherd's pie, but that's okay because I dumped the potatoes in the one pot, but
Why did you do that?
because I wanted to just use one pot, even though I used this pot for bannock. Anyways, shepherd's pie with garlic rosemary bannock. Yeah, not really done. Sorry.
It's a huge lake and it's just like glass. It's crazy how it can be so calm like this. Such a beautiful spot here on this point. But yeah, I think the northern lights here alone paid for this trip. Just being able to see that was awesome. Another awesome Northern Lights show last night. We kind of ended up picking this spot so that we could see all around and look at this night sky. And we saw this other object flying across the sky that didn't look like a satellite or a plane. I'll put a screenshot of it in the video here, but yeah, I'm not sure what this was, but I guess our best theory is it could be a satellite re-entering. But yeah, it just kind of glided across here, and it was big and bright. All right, and away we go. Bright and early, 6 a.m.
There's two of them.
Look at that.
I can't see. Woohoo!
Nice.
Oh.
Look at that.
Wow, Eric.
Oh.
Nice.
I'll let him back in. Literally just see the trout, schools of trout just swimming underneath the boat.
Also, we can't stop talking about what we saw last night.
I think it was the UFO.
We have theories.
It was the ancient aliens, they landed. Just took a little, I don't know, 20-minute break here. Hiked up this ridge here on this point, on the edge of Clusiaya Island. And now we're gonna push on. Maybe get another 5 to 10 kilometers today. Just getting our way across here. The wind's picking up because I think there's it's a bit of a storm passing over to the right of us. So the wind's kicking up a bit. So we're just trying to get across as quickly as possible and get behind the next island.
We made it.
That was we paddled quick there.
Was that 2.5 kilometers?
Yeah. You see that storm coming in? It's coming up quick.
Putting our rain gear on.
Yeah, we're gonna go get our rain gear on.
Our luck ran out.
We got some rain.
We got to shore and we put the tarp up.
Definitely not one of our proudest shelters we've ever made, but it did the job. Back on the water. And it started to rain again. Yeah, on these camping trips we get pretty deep in conversation. Just basically just talking about our favorite Alanis Morissette songs. And Hillary, what's yours?
Ironic.
Ironic. It's a really good choice. Double rainbow.
Oh, you can see it across the...
Yeah. Then they say if you listen to the lyrics, it makes pretty much no sense. Breakfast stuff down. Check this out. So this is, I believe it's clay that's come up. I think it's clay, but it's kind of like upwelled from the ground here out of the rest of the material here. Hillary also thinks this may be dinosaur poo as well, but I'm not sure. I think it might be clay.
Dinosaur poo.
Yeah, we camped at this pretty sweet beach last night, surrounded by these cliffs all around us. Not sure how well you can see this, but we're on Sosen Island right here, kind of on the tail end of it. And we're gonna work our way along the north shore towards into Talthili Narrows. We only have to do maybe about 15K, but it's a beauty day. It looks like we might get some tailwinds. All right, away we go.
We're all the way over there.
That's the Lost Channel. That's what it's called.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No, it's called the Lost Channel. And that's where the portage was, way down in there.
Yeah, so far. On these longer trips, we spend a lot of time together in the canoe, but sometimes after we set up camp, we like to do our own thing just for a bit. I like to relax and read a good book, while Eric likes to explore around the camp.
Yeah, so we just got ourselves set up down here on this point. Nice spot facing kind of a southwest direction. We've got these cliffs over here. We've got cliffs over here, running all along here. And we're actually on the mainland today. We're not on an island, but just kind of up on this hill in behind camp, and it just kind of goes. You kind of see what the terrain looks like here. Seeing a lot of these old fire pits. You can see there's some charcoal here, but this hasn't been used in a long time. And it's interesting, there's a few different types of fire pits we've been seeing. There's kind of the round ones like this, and then there's some more square ones. I'll see if I can find one later, but yeah, here's one of the other kind of styles of fire pit. You see quite a bit of these kind of rectangular shaped ones. I think it's just easier for cooking fish and stuff. So we're gonna have a little cocktail tonight. So we're gonna have what we're calling the Blue Crush Sour. So we're gonna start off with our Canadian whiskey, and it's been chilling in Great Slave Lake for the last 2 hours. So it's nice and cold. You gotta make sure it's Canadian whiskey. And so you do a healthy dosage in each. And we're gonna do a lemon lime mix. There's some electrolytes in there to help rehydrate us as we're drinking our drink. And I'm gonna do a little stir of that first. These are fresh blueberries we picked by our campsite here. Let's see. They're a little more tart than the ones we're used to, but they're really good. So I'm gonna take about a handful. And we're gonna muddle the berries, kind of crush them down. And now we're gonna top some nice cold water. Here we have dehydrated lemons and limes. So we're gonna do one of each. And here is the garnish. That's the Blue Crush Sour.
That's actually really good.
Damn.
It's the Great Slave Lake cool water.
The berries are a nice touch. Well, we got an earlier start to the day. We were up at about 7 this morning and we're just about packed up. We just decided to do a little exploring around in behind the camp here up on this hill. Like, look at these blueberries. Look at this. Look at this one bush. So there's this tree here. I don't want to knock it over, but it's pretty rotten now, but it's somebody's cut it off and then like cut it into a square post. And then they've got a claim tag on it here. It says post number 2, claim number 92003.
Yeah, it's like squared off.
Yeah, it's just this little metal tag.
So we've stopped at this beautiful beach for a break, and all along this beach you can see signs of animals that travel through here. There's moose and wolf and bear tracks just all along here. It's pretty cool.
So we're just in front of this lodge here, and there's like 2 boats going by, and they're both just hauling in massive fish. Pretty crazy. Like, both have fish on. We just caught a big one. Yeah, right in front of this lodge. Just stopped here at Plumber's Lodge. Talked to one of the guys there that's working at the lodge. Go up there. There's a bear there swimming across. So these cliffs are very old Precambrian rock units, and they're probably close to 2 billion years old. Really puts into perspective, we're just a blip in time here. I think this one's bigger than the other one.
Hold it up.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, finished the day here. Just caught ourselves a nice fish. So this is the dinner for tonight. So I'm gonna go and clean this guy up. Just gonna do it on a plate. So we're doing the small bites. So we were wondering if we'd see any other people out here. Yellowknife is on Great Slave Lake too, but it's pretty far from most boats without refueling. We've seen a few fishing boats near the lodge and a few other boats coming to and from a big gathering that we heard about down the lake in Fort Reliance. Just a reminder that although it's remote out here, people are still living, hunting, and fishing out here along the shores, just like they have for thousands of years. Rest day.
Rest day. The best. And so slept in.
Some berry picking here. We did blueberries and some raspberries by our camp this morning. And today it's just, there's some like close to 40-kilometer wind gusts here, and this is just a narrow section too. So you can imagine what it's like as we get a little bit further down. There's some pretty steep cliffs with nowhere to get out. So we don't really want to be caught out in that today, especially once you get out into the wide part. Just gonna take it easy today. Yeah. Some bannock. It's actually a savory bannock.
It's okay.
Barbecue bean mix, hash browns, bacon, little side of cheese, and savory and sweet bannock with fresh picked blueberries and raspberries in it. Little Labrador tea with cookie blueberries in it.
Mm. Even though it was rainy a bit, it was good to be on a rest day with this weather because we weren't on the water in this rain.
Not the nicest weather day, but it was nice to just take a break and went for a little hike. Very relaxed. Feels great, even with a little bit of rain. Morning, everybody. Just finished our rest day yesterday and we're getting back out on the water, and we got some smoke rolling in today. The winds have changed and now they're coming up kind of north towards us, so we're going to be paddling along some pretty steep cliffs and hopefully find a spot right at the end of the point. Should be a pretty cool spot to paddle through.
I can't find my toque.
Try putting your hood on.
There it is.
Tight on the neck.
It's so tight.
It's real tight.
earliest morning yet, maybe?
Second earliest.
Second earliest, 9:30. We're out in the water. Eric's trolling and he has confidence that it's gonna be a good fishing day.
So we're just heading out into the open waters here. The winds aren't too high, but we're starting to see some big waves already. So we're gonna keep an eye on that and pull over if we need to. Whoa! So we've just been waiting here a little bit windbound for the last, what, 3 hours probably? But we've been just, while we were waiting out the wind here, we were just hammering like chunky lake trout, like chunky lake trout, like all along here. Hillary caught what, 3?
Yeah.
3 4 to 5 pounders probably.
They'd be big for Ontario.
Yeah, they make the Ontario trout that we catch look like sardines, but hey. Yeah, caught some really nice fish, and then we had a shore lunch along here, cooked up one of the fish. Now I think we're feeling confident about getting it back on the water. Hillary's getting a little nervous.
Just
It's good to be nervous. Good to be nervous.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, it's big. This is big water here.
It's big waves, and what it is the temperature of the water.
Very
so
cold.
It's like ice cold. So you're gonna get hypothermia.
Yeah.
Really fast, so you get in trouble. So
Yeah.
we play it safe always, and we're on one single boat, right? So.
Yeah, you can see there, that's the wide open part of the lake there. So we haven't been in that big of a section yet.
And just island hopping, so
yeah.
It's been more sheltered.
Yeah, I think some of these waves were getting close to what we saw on the very first day on Wildbred Bay, but
like white caps.
Big white caps, big swells. But this is looking okay. Whoa. And this is like pretty low winds. Woo! Take a break. Oh. High five. Nice.
Oh,
that was
steering.
That was
big water.
All right, let's see if this is a spot.
Well,
made it.
What do you think? We're staying here?
I think we're staying here.
I think so.
I think this will be a good spot.
Yeah.
Whew. That was some beast mode paddling we did there.
What was that, 4.9 kilometers?
4.9 from where we ate dinner. And it looks calm out, but then you get out into this and it's still paddleable, I guess, but...
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go set up shop. Best part of the day, taking off your wet boots as soon as you get to camp.
And you got some bugs swarming there, black flies.
This is the first time, second time I've worn this.
Yeah, not
Which
bad.
is pretty good out of 9 days. Do that, and then I can get it on mine first.
I beat you. Yeah, today was a rest day.
Fighting the big waves.
Yeah, there were some pretty big waves earlier.
One of the things that we love to do on our rest days, we've had 2 on this trip. We like to wander and explore and just look at all the plants. This looks barren in a way, but it's actually not. Like if you look down, there's just so many different plants. We've seen so many berries, like we've had raspberries, blueberries, juniper, ferns, and there's also these like interesting, it's like really low level, low to the ground, but it looks like succulents almost. They're really, really pretty. Yeah, you just kind of, it's just nice to walk around and explore your surroundings here. It's just so beautiful.
So we got a really calm late afternoon, early evening here that we weren't really expecting. So we're gonna go out and canoe along these cliffs here.
Wow.
It's not quite glass out, but I'd say this is probably close to as perfect as it gets out here for calm waters. This is the most Hillary has ever fished in her life. And it makes me happy. But now she's not giving up until we catch something big. Okay, I think Hillary has a decent one on here.
Oh, I'm weak. It's pulling hard. Oh my god!
Is it a big one?
Huge.
That is a monster fish.
Oh.
All right, I'll let him go. Yeah. There you go.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. Nice. That's huge.
That is so cool. This place has some magic to it, that's for sure. The sunsets, the views, every campsite we've been at has something special to it. It's 9 p.m. by the way. We're just gonna eat dinner. Caught a nice size, eating size.
Well,
I'd like to join.
At least somebody's providing dinner.
I caught the biggest fish today.
We got some trout here with lemon pepper batter on it, and another serving of risotto. It's looking pretty good. And we're gonna be a little lazy and just eat out of the pot.
We've been eating out of the pot. Come on.
And the pan, so that we don't have to do extra dishes.
It's mid-August here, and we really notice the nights are getting longer as we go, and the auroras are getting more and more vibrant with each night.
On day 11 here, so our campsite right now is on Point Boos. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. We're just at basically the end of the point here, and we're gonna paddle along these cliffs over to Utsingi Point, and then we're gonna make a crossing through some small islands. It's not a long distance, but if the wind happened to pick up, we'd be pretty exposed there. We're gonna cross over to Ethan Island, and we're gonna work our way along the kind of northwest side, and we're gonna find ourselves a campsite in one of these bays for our pickup point tomorrow.
Day 11.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Eric's trying to target a grayling that we see in the water here at the point. So cool, you can just see them like swimming.
Hillary's gonna pay the land here again.
It's so nice to be visiting here.
Yeah. Just coming in here to see if we can get up on top of the cliff here.
Climbing this cliff here. Wow. Keep saying wow because it's just so pretty. Yep. So nice. Climbed a cliff to get here, but worth the view.
See it all. That's the end of Utsingi Point. We're there.
It's not too bad. just a little beach stroll, he says. Oh my god.
This one could be big.
Yeah?
Like it's not even pulling.
Got it. Yeah.
That's a chunky one.
Woo, it's feisty.
The section we just paddled by at Yutsingi Point, from what we understand, is the deepest point in the lake, and it's over 2,000 feet deep, which is over 600 meters deep, and it's the deepest lake in North America. And we were gonna drop a line down to see if we could reach the bottom. Just kidding, we don't have that much line.
We just came across the Jack Pine paddle crew that's doing a 9-day kayak trip around Ethan Island. Kind of cool. We met with Hannah, one of the guides we were welcomed by when we arrived in Yellowknife. So this is her crew just doing a 9-day trip.
At this beach site.
So nice. Perfect day.
Yeah, beauty day.
Huge.
And monsters.
Look at them.
There's like a little one. So we're out here on Great Slave Lake. Sometimes it's the hardest part is just getting out to start your canoe trip. So we flew in from Ontario to Yellowknife, and we rented our canoe and some other bigger gear like the food barrel and firebox from Jack Pine Paddle. Jack Pine's a locally owned and operated business, and they'll help you get set up to do guided trips up into the Arctic to some of the really famous rivers like the Thelon and the Horton River. And they've also got quite a few guided trips that they take out onto Great Slave Lake into Thaidene Nëné National Park. They also support self-guided trips as well, like us. So I'll put a link for Jack Pine Paddle in the description, so you should check them out if you're coming out here or planning a trip. So we got some really big waves, and the pilot or the dispatch for the float plane is set to try and go out to an island to get some shelter for the pickup. Just over there there's an island. It's less than a kilometer. The waves are pretty big, so we've suited up here and we're gonna go and go wait out over there for the plane, hopefully. We got some spicy waters today. So for those who watch the show Alone, where contestants get dropped off alone and have to survive in the wilderness with a small number of tools and equipment, they actually filmed, I believe it was 2 seasons of that show out here on the east arm of Great Slave Lake a few years back. You know, all the planning and preparation that went into this trip. Getting out here, surviving in the wild. It wasn't the wind and the rain and the bears, the squirrels, the hard paddling. It was the fear of missing out from being with her. Dawson. I gotta get back home. Yeah, I'm officially tapping out.
did it.
Did it. Yeah, just really thankful we got to visit this place. Really awesome paddling destination.
Beautiful. Turquoise waters, some wildlife, muskox,
Bears.
fishing.
The fishing, unreal.
See you next time on our next adventure.